Okay, so I'm just going to do another unboxing video here on my dirty, dusty table. This one's not really a full unboxing, as in because this has been unboxed before. I bought it, and I played it, and yes, so it's been time, but I've got all the packaging and everything, so I put it back together, and so I could do a kind of unboxing. The unboxing today is for Aliens Colonial Marines. This was touted to be one of the best games of the century. You know, the return of aliens to consoles and so on. It had a lot of hype, but unfortunately it did not meet up to its expectations. It went through a lot of problems being handed off through various different companies, and everybody putting their own little bits together and taking the old stuff and putting it with that. And it ended up being probably one of the worst games on the PlayStation 3. Now, some people will never agree with that. That's fine. I, for one, have not enjoyed it in any way, shape, or form, which is really too bad, as I am a huge fan of the Aliens franchise. Ridley Scott Alien being my absolute favorite movie of all time, and I loved all the other movies too. I know a lot of people hated them too, but yeah, no, I love them. There was nothing about them that I didn't like. I even loved Prometheus, and this game even was supposed to have like a little bit of a Prometheus tie-in as well. Though what they did put in for Prometheus tie-in was kind of lame. So, anyways, here it is. This is the box. You know, it's got a plastic sleeve around it. It looks pretty cool. It's got like, looks like a crate. It says Aliens Colonial Marines. It's the collector's edition, obviously. Has aliens climbing all around the packaging and so on. Don't be shocked by that price point value. It's not what I paid for it. So, thank God. $99 if I paid that for this game, that would not have been good. Now, you can't see what's inside the box at this point because it's kind of dark. One day maybe I'll invest in some sort of light that I can put behind me so it kind of lights up the area, but for now it's okay because we'll get to it because we're going to unbox it. So let's take off the sleeve, and that's the sleeve that has all the aliens on it. So it looks like the aliens are climbing absolutely nothing except for themselves. There, you can see the aliens a little bit better now, actually, so they're all climbing around. Pretty cool. It was neat packaging. Has some of the stuff that it talks about on the back. It came with DLC, a statue, the game, and some dossiers, which is actually really kind of cool. Oh, and patches. So let's get through that. Obviously no tape, so no knife this time. And get right to it. So we open her up. And I think what we'll do first here is reach inside and, of course, pull out the game. So as you see, I always put my gameplay guarantee receipt in the back of my case. That way I always know where it's at. Gameplay guarantees are a fantastic way to protect your games. I've never needed to use it, but you just never know. So there it is, the packaging for Aliens Colonial Marines for the actual game itself. Open it up. And there's the DLC stuff. The codes are on the back. You can play as iconic characters from the movies. So you can play as Hudson and Apone and Drake and Hicks. I think you can also play as Sigourney Weaver. I'm not too sure. And then I think there was another thing here for some sort of other DLC for Sonic Electronic Ball Breakers. Okay, and the phased plasma rifle to confront hordes of enemies in competitive multiplayer. Now, here's the thing about this game, guys, is that it talks about being an aliens game, but you know what you actually end up facing against more than anything else? Now, I know this is a bit of a spoiler for anybody, but that's okay, because this game sucks so horribly, I don't mind. It's, you end up actually fighting Marines more than anything else. So you're a Marine fighting Marines. Yeah. So, hence, I guess, the name Colonial Marines. I guess they figured that would be a good way of doing it. But let's just throw it in the Aliens universe. Oh, okay. Anyways, closing that off and moving that off to the side. Okay. Next bit is the stuff that's inside the packaging. Now, I think there might be some more down inside. There is. So, there's those really cool packages. So, patches. There's the symbol for the U.S. Colonial Marines badge or patch, as well as the arm patch as well. So these are actually kind of cool. Really high quality, fantastic patches. Obviously still in their packaging. I never took them out. So we'll put that guy off to the side. And here is those dossiers. Ooh, classified. United States Colonial Marines. So, yes, in the deep, deep, deep future, they were still segregated by nations, obviously. These are actually kind of neat. I don't remember what's inside 100%, but I thought they were kind of cool when I did, when I saw them before. Let's see if I got everything out. Nope. Nothing's inside. So here we go. So yeah, it looks like one of those really kind of cool envelopes that you get. Things are stored in for dossiers, things that we use at work quite often. Actually, these are more kind of from the past. People tend to not use these stringy type things anymore, but they're still really kind of cool. What we have here looks like a Polaroid shot. Now, you gotta understand, Aliens was filmed in the 80s, so the whole film was based off things that was available at the time. So, did they think Polaroids would actually go into the future? I guess obviously they did. And it is a Polaroid shot of the LV-426 environment, Hadley's Hope perimeter. And you can see there's a ton of alien eggs. Ooh. And I'm guessing, in some way in the background there must be the remains of the atmospheric processor on LV-426 that was built by the colonists of Hadley's Hope. Another document that's here, which is really kind of cool. It looks like back in the 80s, printers didn't have paper like we have, and of course, we had these line feed papers, so with the holes on the side, which is really kind of cool. This is the United States Colonial Marines USS Sephora, which is, of course, the ship that you're on. It's not the Sulaco, though you do find that in the intro. It's a mission briefing, and it's really cool. You can read about that and so on. That's really kind of a neat thing to have put in. Then there is a schematic done on transparency paper, which is kind of, or opaque paper. I guess that's cool because back in the day it stuck on a overhead projector. Sorry, guys, and it is a schematic of the USS Sephora, which is of the exact same class as the Sulaco was in Aliens. So that's kind of cool to see that, and it's got a whole bunch of really neat little things it tells you about on the paper. Weyland-Yutani Corporation logo. And then this here is a United States Colonial Marines. It says, I guess it's you could put your own name on it on this day of blah blah blah, to say that you have completed your Colonial Marine training and that you are a Colonial Marine. Okay, and propaganda posters. We all have seen those. Anybody who's from the States, you see them a lot. Be the face of your country, the U.S. Colonial Marines. Anyways, you don't see that so much here in Canada. There's no these like "Join Now" posters. We don't really kind of worry about that too much. So, yeah. So that's really kind of neat. So all those cool documents and stuff like that comes in the dossier package. I'm going to put those all away afterward, but we'll move on to the next bit. Now, one of the really cool things about this collector's edition was that it comes with, again, another statue, kind of like how South Park Stick of Truth that I unboxed the other day did. This one's a really nice one. It would have been really cool if they had put Ripley in here, but they didn't. So, whatever. Still the... I don't want to force it too bad here, so... But, alright. Going under the chin again. Alright. So here it comes. Move this guy out of the way. And there it is. Now, no tape to cut this time. So I'll just pop her open. and get the statue out again under the chin so I can have both my hands. And there it is. Isn't that cool? It is a a statue of a Colonial Marine inside a power loader fighting against a xenomorph, which is really awesome. So, again, a really high quality statue. It's nice when collector's editions come out with really cool stuff like that, especially when you are a geek collectible dude like I am, and some of my friends are. They really like to collect this kind of stuff, so that's really neat that it came with this. And yeah, so as I was saying before, I said that Aliens Colonial Marines is a terrible game. Don't take my word for it. Just because I didn't enjoy Aliens Colonial Marines doesn't mean that any of you won't enjoy Aliens Colonial Marines. So if you feel like getting the game, go ahead. It's not that bad. Maybe it's because I'm just not a person who enjoys first-person shooters. I've never been really good at that. But at the same time, I'm willing to give it another go. I'm not that far into the game, in fact, so maybe I'll just kind of pick it up one of these days and start playing it once again. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Aliens Colonial Marines re-unboxing, and one day, if you feel like playing it, go out and get it. So, take care, everybody, and we'll see you again with another unboxing someday in the future.